everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Terry and Terry and Anita for the donations. I have not done anything yet, so you may be asking for those back. I don't know. Well, thank you very much. And thanks to Adam for helping out, and anybody else, any other moderators who want to jump in and help. Thank you so much. All right, we got a full night. Oh my gosh, we have so much to talk about it. I can't wait to get into this. I do want to start with two things that came up that I wanted to give you a heads up about. That came in just as one thing came in as I was watching the January 6th commission, and my guide said that more than 10 people would be indicted. So I wanted to give you that news. And the other thing was that we're going to be coming up into a very, how do I put it? Extremely powerful, what is it? It's an extremely powerful feminine wave. They showed it to me like literally like an ocean wave coming in, and it was I think it was to depict the energy of what's coming. I think that the Supreme Court has no idea the explosion that's about to come upon them with women, and I do think it's gonna carry through, because I think we may even see a woman president in the next few years, because it just feels like women are taking over. Sorry, Adam, I hate to tell you that, but Adam was he's like, yeah, it's fine. But that's the feeling I got. Thank you, Carrie. And it just felt like it was unstoppable. Like there was just this wave. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. So there you go. So hello, everyone. Yes, thank you. All right. So now we can get started. I just wanted to pass along those two kind of big things and the things that might make you happy. So yeah. So anyway, that's what I came up with. Okay. Is Liz Cheney right? Is Donald Trump a grown 76-year-old man and not a child, because he seems to throw tantrums and not be able to take no for an answer like a child? So let's see what's going on there. Let's see why. So they're talking about, well, they're showing me like a big like baby, basically, but they're talking about him being kind of indulged, pampered, interesting. So not leveled with, kind of not people would rather make him happy than tell him the truth, which we even saw in his, but it just seems like, thank you, SO. I'm happy to keep you grounded. You guys do the same for me. It seems like just this pattern. So he kind of is, on the outside, he's a grown 76-year-old man, but he is arrested development inside. Emotionally, he's very, very young. I'd say he's like a teenager. So I don't know if that was a serious question or not, but I answered it seriously. So there you go.
No, that was a question from me. It was semi-serious.
Okay. It seemed tongue-in-cheek, but I thought, well, I'll ask anyway. But that's the answer. He's arrested. He's a teenager inside, a young teenager inside, 12 or 13 years old, they just said, and outside 76-year-old man. So explains a lot, right? And not even a nice 12 or 13-year-old, a psychotic, crazy, really, really bratty 12 or 13-year-old. Okay. Did Ivana Trump die from natural causes? She was found unconscious near the bottom of the staircase. I know all about staircase murders. Yes, we do. Entertainment purposes only. So they're saying it was like this. So something happened. To me, it feels like it's just something sudden. It feels like either a heart attack or a brain aneurysm, something that was, if I worked on this long enough, I could probably tell you what it was. But to me, it feels it just is something very, very quick. It hit all of a sudden. I do feel like there's something with breathing as well, shortness of breath. So it was very, very sudden. Watch Don Jr., someone just said. So watch Don Jr., I think he may spin out after this. There's something with him coming up. I don't think he's going to take this well. They just said watch Don Jr. So either something's about to go down with him legally, or this is going to hit him very hard, and something is going to, I don't know. They just said watch Don Jr. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. So I feel like it was a natural cause thing. Thank you, Lily Rose. It is a little convenient because I know that Trump is going to be doing his indictment thing, but from what I'm getting, and I haven't read anything about, I know that she died, but I didn't read anything about anything, but they're letting me know it was something very, very fast and natural, that but it was not, to me, it doesn't really feel like a long illness or anything like that. It feels like it was a kind of a surprise. If it was known, I think it was only known to her or something, but because it doesn't feel like it was like we knew about it or they knew about it or anything. So that's what I'm getting. So I can only tell you what I'm picking up, but I guess a gunshot could be fast. I guess, a push down the stairs could be fast, but to me, it feels more like internal. Yeah. Will the Trump children get out of testifying because of their mother's death? There may be a postponement. They're not going to get out of it, but there may be a postponement. Request. They're making me feel like they could actually deny the request, but I don't think they will. I just heard request denied. So I guess they can deny their request. They'll deny their request, or they might deny their request. Maybe they'll try to keep postponing it or something, because I can't imagine that they would be like, no, you can't postpone it, just to bury your mother or whatever. I think they would, but they may be the Trumps and take advantage of it and try to milk all the sympathy they can, because I feel like there's some kind of pushback from the courts or from the DA or whatever. Because I feel like there's a request and that request is okay, and then it's like request denied. So I think they may try to push it, which would be totally in character of them. So that's what I'm getting. But they're going to have, nothing's going to be forgotten. They're going to have to testify. Will Gavin Newsom run for president 2024 or 2028? So I just heard Vice. So I think he may get an opportunity to either run for vice president or be vice president. I don't think it's 2024. So if he runs for president, it would probably be 2028. But I just heard vice. So maybe he's going to be somebody's choice for vice president. He would be great. I mean, we have one thing that he is great at is, we have massive, like housing and homelessness problem that we've had for a really long time. But the thing that he's very, very good at is the budget, money. He's very, very good at money. And he's also very, very good at not being afraid of doing new things. He was the first one to do the gay marriages. He just passed a gun legislation in California where you can sue the manufacturers. He's not afraid to be the first one to do stuff. He's very progressive. Let me just put it that way. So he'd be I think he'd be a very, very good president. Yeah. So we have a huge surplus this year. So he's good at money. Good at money. All right. In a past life, was Jamie Raskin a founding father? Oh, okay. I love that question. I think that was, who sent me that question? It was Ruth. I think Ruth sent me that question. Okay. So when I get past life stuff, it looks a certain way. It's like flashes, like photographs almost. But I'm seeing him as, they're showing me that time period, but he was a judge. They're showing me him as being a judge. So he was in government. He was in government during that time. So, but they're saying he was a judge. So there you go. He wasn't a founding father, but he was definitely involved in government and law at that time. At least that's what I am getting. What will happen in the case of Moore v. Harper coming before the Supreme Court? It could allow legislatures to decide elections over the will of the voter and turn America into a one-party state. I actually don't think that they're going to make that. I don't think they're going to do that. Because they're showing me like a double-edged sword. It can go both ways, right? There's Democratic legislatures, or there's Democrat legislatures too. So not just Republican ones. So I feel like they're going to be very more cautious about that. And I don't think they're going to allow that. So that's what I'm getting. The Secret Service deleted texts from January 5th and 6th, a watchdog report says, after oversight officials asked for them. Will there be serious repercussions? So I just heard we got them. So I feel like even though somebody has them somewhere, because they've got them, or they're getting them, or they've got them. Somebody's got them. So, but the act of actually doing that, or maybe they have basically what was texted or something. But I feel like we got them. So that's that. But as far as repercussions, so I'm feeling like some kind of like the walls closing in, or some kind of squeeze. So I feel like they might use the fact that they deleted them as some kind of leverage. Like, unless you tell us this or testify to this, we can press charges. I feel like they might use the idea of doing something, or the idea of a serious repercussion, to get something from them. It feels like a squeeze, like the walls closing in, that kind of thing. At least that's the way, that's the way I'm interpreting it. That's why I'm kind of telling you the visuals that I'm getting, so you can interpret it as well, if you would like to. If you would like to have a chat. And I usually go with, not just the visuals, but the feeling that goes along with it, the kind of feeling I'm getting with it. Oh, thank you, IRB. Thank you. I'm behind on the comments here. So hello, everybody. Okay. Putin and Trump's Helsinki meeting was only recorded by an interpreter. Are her notes part of the treasure trove of documents recovered at Mar-a-Lago? Mag-a-Lago. Okay. Oh, sorry, made me jump. my own alarm made me jump. It to me it feels like, you're not going to like this, but to me it feels like the notes don't exist anymore, or they're not around anymore, or something. If there are copies of them, Putin has them. I don't feel like we have any notes of that. I feel like people have it in their memory, but it's not written anywhere. Like it's not tangible. If it is, it would be Putin that has it. But to me, it doesn't feel like it exists. Like it's not around. So that's what I have. So there aren't any documents to have. They're gone. And I can't remember what about. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I'm getting. Okay. Who did Trump reach out to personally to try to dissuade them from testifying before the January 6th committee? Apparently, they still work at the White House. Oh, interesting. So it must be someone I don't know or something, because I feel like I can't see their, I can't see them, but I think it's a woman. To me, it feels like kind of a young, or at least this is what I can say. The energy I'm feeling is kind of more female, younger female, maybe around, I don't know, 30s or maybe 40, but like 30s probably, or maybe early 40s, if that. I'm hearing my right hand, so I feel like it's probably a person who is kind of there all the time, like in I don't know, some kind of position that like they sit in on lots of meetings. They're there. It doesn't feel like it just feels like they're witness to a lot. So I don't know what the position would be, but it just feels like they're witnessing a lot of things. But they're saying that my right hand, so they must have like a big part to play, but it doesn't feel like they're actually doing a lot of the negotiating or talking or anything like that. It feels more in the background, but important, an important piece. So that's what I got.
Kelly pointed out that it might be the support staff, people who actually worked in the White House, people who basically had to pick up after Trump when he was ketchup at the wall, that maybe he reached out to one of them. And it's kind of weird that he did it personally, because so far it's always been cutouts that he's done it with. So
yeah, that is, he's a fool, but we know that. We know he's a fool. So, but yeah, it could be. Will Steve Bannon do prison time for his contempt of Congress? Okay, so I feel like the answer is yes. I feel like it will be minimal, like it won't be very long. But I feel like there's a long probation or something. And it feels like it it's interesting. I feel like okay, this is what I feel like. If there's a prison time, it is minimal. But I feel like the probation is long, and I feel like that more affects his life. So I don't know if there's certain things he can't talk about or reference, or if there's certain, like, there's just restrictions on where he can go and stuff like that. Because I feel like that is more of it almost is like prison, that the probation. But I feel like the probation is like long, and the prison sentence is short, is minimal. It still could be like a year or something, but it just doesn't feel like it's 20 years or something. It feels like it's small. But the probation or the aftermath, it seems like it goes on for a long time. So either he just suffers repercussions for a really long time, or to me, it feels like probation, because it feels very restrictive. Like things are, his where he can go is restricted. Maybe it's home confinement or something. Maybe it's kind of like Michael Cohen, where he did some time in prison and some time on home confinement. Maybe it's something like that. But to me, it feels like a very short time actually in prison, and then a longer period of time being very restricted, but not in his house arrest. That would fit too. I'm thinking maybe it's probation. So I even feel like his speech is like there's certain things he can't talk about. So and some people are saying house arrest. So yeah, I like that fancy ankle bracelet. That's what Marie. So yeah. Will Trump be charged in relation to January 6th, especially the deaths at the Capitol and subsequent Capitol officers' suicides? So I'm feeling a 3 around the charges. So I feel like he might be charged with 3 things. Obstruction. It's not obstruction of justice. Obstruction something. Fraud. Something about fraud. And I don't feel like it has to do with the death of any kind. I feel like it's incitement. And I'm just saying words now, word salad, but those are the words I'm kind of hearing. So obstruction, it could be obstruction of Congress, obstruction of justice. I'm hearing obstruction, and I heard fraud, and I heard incitement. So those, incite to riot, that could be, but it feels like 3. There's 3, at least right now, right? They could add to, maybe they'll add to the list. But right now, as we sit here, I feel like there's 3 that they're considering charging him with. And I didn't hear manslaughter. Sorry, Connie. There's so many things that, the list is forever long, and we just sit here and, it's what they have. They feel they have a possibility of conviction, right? This is the first time they're going to be doing this, charging an ex-president. And so they need to, it could be seditious conspiracy, maybe. But those are the 3 words that I heard, and they're saying 3 right now. So, yeah, obstruction of federal plumbing, exactly. Thank you, Cat's Cauldron. You guys are hilarious. Okay. It's Hope Hicks. Adam, that's what he calls her because he can't stand her. Involved in the J6 committee interviews at all. She was quite involved with Trump and apparently advised him to move on. I feel like so I'm feeling like things in writing. So I feel like either she gave them documents or she submitted like handwritten answers or something. So yes, but I don't feel like, it doesn't feel like tape, like the testimony that we've seen. It feels like it's written. Whatever she's given them was written. So yes, to some degree, she's been helping. So. Nobody talks about Tiffany. Tiffany. Because nobody's interested in Tiffany. No, I'm just kidding. Apparently somebody is. So nobody talks about Tiffany. Tiffany Trump, that is daughter of Maria Maples. Oh, Marla Maples, yeah. How is she doing? Has she talked to the J6 committee? Thank you, Rabia. Oh, thanks, Rabia. Welcome. We're going to do mini readings on Monday. So if you guys are interested in the club, we're doing mini readings on Monday. Okay, so Tiffany Trump. No, I actually get asked about Tiffany. I was just kidding. She's I think people are a little intrigued by her because she isn't, part of the 3, and she has a different mom. She was kind of around for the election and then kind of disappeared. So let's see what's going on with her. So for some reason, her mother is showing up a lot as kind of a buffer. So thank you, Martine. As a buffer kind of between her and Trump and like that family, like the kids and stuff. So I feel like maybe her mother is a little bit, gives her advice on when and how to be involved with them at all. So I feel like her mom's kind of a big influence. And I feel like she really doesn't like her to be involved with them. So I feel like her involvement is limited. It's very, very, very well. She doesn't just get involved with things willy-nilly. It seems like she kind of sees what would be best for her. And her mom feels like a big influence. So I feel like her mom is like, don't keep your distance basically from them. But I feel like all of them, she likes attention. So I feel like she's kind of drawn in by the celebrity of it, or the known thing, they're known and stuff. And I think she kind of likes that. but I feel like she's a little more strategic at when she gets involved and isn't involved. She doesn't just get involved with everything. So that's what I'm getting on Tiffany. So you may see her show up sometimes and just not see her show up sometimes, because I feel like she's more thoughtful about it. I feel like her mother especially is more like a guiding force in that area. So, and there's money around her, around Tiffany. So I don't know if she makes her own money or if she's got money coming to her or something, but there's a lot of money around her for some reason. If anybody knows why, but yeah, she's, I think she'll do okay, but I think she'll be careful. Yeah.
I think, well, people were saying that I guess she's dating a billionaire Bernard Arnault's son or something. So yeah, she's fine. Don't cry.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She's doing
well,
fine.
engaged to a billionaire. Yeah, that would do it. That would have money around you. Wow. Okay. There you go. She does have money around her. How are Clarence and Ginni Thomas doing? I can't. Yeah, this is a hard one because my own feelings get involved. I really, really can't stand him or her. So we'll see how this goes. All right. So I heard they were a bit upset by all the backlash over removing an essential right of women over their own bodies. Okay. I could just analyze his energy all day because it feels like, and the first thing that comes up with him when I move into, like, for lack of a better term, moving into his energy or feeling his energy, it is, there's actually traces of Trump because it feels very vindictive, very very pissed off and vindictive is the way that I would describe his energy. It's also very entitled, there's something very entitled about both of them, him and Ginni. Almost like royalty in a way. Royalty without the regalness, without the class and the regalness and whatever. But there's a real, like, entitledness to them. They really feel like, I feel like they really want to be, and they feel they deserve to be kind of that power couple. And they don't, you're right. I think they are upset that people just aren't doing what they say and accepting what they think, and his I always get him stepping away. His health is not great. I know that. So I'm just wondering, when I saw him stepping away before, it was always to take care of his wife. So I don't know if something's going to happen with her psyche, because she seems a little insane. And he will kind of have to step away because she breaks, or she breaks her brain, or if it's health, because I don't feel like he's in great health. yeah, I could just like, because as I'm sitting here, I can see them sitting together and people kind of buzzing around them. So I just feel like they have a lot of people doing their bidding. They have a lot of people running around for them, you know. Yeah. So that's how I'm getting them. That's how I'm perceiving them. So I'm gonna still say that I see him stepping down at some point, and it will either be because of his own health or something with her, taking care of her, helping her. It just feels like, I'm just gonna say it. It just feels like a downhill slide for the two of them. So that's what I'm kind of seeing. So however that unfolds, it just feels like it's just going downhill. So they peaked. They peaked and now they're going downhill. So that's what I'm getting. So with COVID rates rising again, will we have to don a mask again as a mandate? Okay. I actually think like this round might be a little worse than Omicron. I feel like it is. They're showing Omicron like a strain like this, and they're showing it like parallel to it, almost like it's not the same. It's a different. I mean, I know it's a different strain, but it's like there's something different about it. As far as wearing masks, I feel like there might be some like maybe some areas where they go back a little bit. But it feels more like strong suggestion, wear masks inside, do that. Like, I feel like there are guidelines, and depending where you are, people follow them or they don't. You know, in certain red states, they might not follow them as well. So it seems a little topsy-turvy, but it feels like it doesn't feel, I will say this, it doesn't feel like a lot of death. It just feels like the amount of people that are sick may go up, hospitalizations may go up, that kind of thing. And people that are very, very compromised might get sicker, you know, that kind of thing. But it doesn't feel like death. It just feels like the rates go up and the sickness goes up. So as hospitals kind of fill up again, some areas might say, okay, you need to, you know, wear masks inside. The guidelines might be more strict. But I don't feel like it's I don't feel like we'll ever see, at least not for a long time, we'll ever see what we saw in 2020. I feel like that's done. And so whatever comes next, but I do feel like it's a little worse than Omicron, and it's more contagious, and it makes you a little sicker than Omicron did. It's just a little bit worse. That's all. And then but I don't feel like the death or anything like that. I don't feel that. Thank you, Lisa Yeager. So that's what I'm getting. I hope that was coherent. I feel like when I'm like looking and feeling and like it seems like I'm all over the place. So sorry, Adam, what were you gonna say?
No, so it sounds like a lot of people never gave up the mask or are wearing it again because
we are. I mean, we always wear it inside.
Don't trust the other idiots who are around them who, you know, aren't really taking them into account. So if you want to wear your mask and don't feel silly about doing so.
Right. We all have instincts. Trust your instincts. If you feel like, you know, you're going into a place and it just looks really crowded, or you feel like, oh, for some reason I'm just going to put on my mask. Trust your instincts. Today, I almost didn't wear my mask. I was going into a store, and for some reason I just pulled it out right before I hit the door and I put it on. As soon as I walked through the door, the woman I could hear the woman at the counter, and she's like, "Do you have any COVID tests?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" So trust those instincts. They give you a little nudge. Whether you feel like you have abilities or not, your instincts are completely intact. So just trust your instincts. When you feel like I need to put it on, just put on your mask. Okay. If you're unsure, if you're unsure. Is monkeypox anything we have to worry about? So not on a wide scale. It's not, to me, it doesn't feel like there'll be certain countries that, to me, it feels like other countries that don't have like this same kind of sanitation as maybe Western countries, things like that. It seems like more third world, actually. It feels like, because it feels like that kind of atmosphere. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say no. It feels like it's, but it's weird though, because it does feel like it's going to be around for a while. Like it's not going to be eradicated for a long time, but it just doesn't feel like it never gets off the ground. It never gets going. But it kind of feels like it's around for a long time, but it's very sporadic and small, if that makes any sense. So. I would say if you go to countries like that, maybe be careful, and get your vaccinations and do all the things you have to do. But yeah. Okay, back to COVID. Do you see any after effects of the latest? Yeah, fine. Let me see. So I'll just say what I'm getting. There's something with senses. So something with, like, the other one was like taste and so it might be something like that, where it's like smell or taste or something. I'm not getting exactly what it is, though. They're just saying senses. So I just think one of our five senses is affected, but maybe it just depends. Maybe it depends on how bad it is, which senses are affected. But there's also something with memory, but I'm waiting to see if it's short term or long term. But it's memory, something with memory. So I don't know if it's like a temporary thing, but they're just saying memory. So something with memory. Maybe it just depends on the person or how bad a case it is or whatever, but there's something with memory. What's going to happen in Sri Lanka? The country appears to be falling apart. Thanks to 130% inflation. Oh my God, can you imagine? And food shortages. Okay. So. So it does feel like upheaval. It does feel like there are some I'm hearing starvation. So there's something with deaths with starvation, but there's also, they're saying help is on the way. So I feel like there may be a country or countries that kind of come to aid or to help, but I feel like it's on conditions. So it could be on conditions that they're not corrupt, the government's not corrupt anymore, or on conditions that they something else, something else that they can offer or do, but I feel like it's on conditions. But it does seem like they will get help. How long this takes? To me, it feels about 5 years around that. Like I think it gets a little bit worse before it gets better, but they're saying help is on the way. So I feel like there's countries that are going to get involved and bail them out or help them in some way, but there's conditions attached. But I feel like the conditions are to help the country kind of get back on track. So I don't feel like the conditions are like, you have to be Christian now or whatever. I think it's like, it's trying to get them to kind of like with Ukraine, kind of like how they tried to get rid of the corruption and the, stuff like that. I feel like it's kind of like that. Like there's conditions attached, but they pull out of it. Just takes time. It's going to take about 5 years. Indiana AG says he's investigating the doctor who helped a 10-year-old get an abortion. What the F? Ugh, these people. Okay. Got it. Okay. I think what's going to happen is they're going to let it go because they don't want that case to go to the Supreme Court. They don't want to have that fight. So I feel like they're going to let it go. Because I feel like either it's an organization or somebody well-known is the attorney or helping the attorneys or something of this doctor. So I just feel like it's going to be like a clash and a fight they don't want to take up. So I feel like if they're investigate or it will just kind of be dropped or let go. So that's what I'm getting anyway. I feel like it's they don't want to have this fight. It's too big of an explosion to have happen. So I feel like they'll talk tough, but they'll kind of let it go. At least that's the way I'm interpreting it. Again, I got to interpret it, so that's the way I'm interpreting. Okay, Dan Artist Painter. Will the new boosters help with the latest variant? A bit, but it's limited. I feel like it's not as... I'll just say a bit. To me, it doesn't feel as effective as against this one as the other ones. But like I said, this feels different. There's something different about this. I don't know enough about science. I don't even have it in my brain anywhere. Otherwise, my guys would pull it out. But there's something different about this strain that isn't quite like the other ones that I don't know why, but they will help a bit. It's like it's worth getting, but it's not going to be as effective as the other ones were. Or as it was, it won't be as effective as it was for the other ones. That's what I want to say. So, okay. Will there be consequences for the Uvalde police for their failure to act and save the kids? Okay, I just heard overhaul. So it feels like it switches with when the next, like, I would say when like if Beto gets in, like it feels like the next regime, the next government like switch. It's like it's overhauled. The system is overhauled. There's something that it completely changes, but it's because of this. And I feel like they're going to have to like let a bunch of people go. It feels like a mass firing or something, but I feel like it's public pressure. I don't feel like they want to do it. I feel like it's public outcry, public pressure, even like nation pressure, like nationwide pressure. So that it must be like, you know, the national media, that kind of thing. But it feels like the pressure makes them disperse, like get rid of people. And then it feels like a massive overhaul to just like the whole way things are done in the police forces in Texas. So it's going to have it will have a big effect. You know, there are a lot of people very determined to make sure that this didn't happen in vain. You know, that some things are changed because of this horrific event and the way that it was handled. So, yeah. I feel like somebody's going to get in trouble for burying stuff, for burying information or hiding information or something. So I don't know. That just came up. So, will any GOP, Jim Jordan, Graham, MTG, Boebert, Gates be ejected from their political jobs as a consequence of the January 6th commission? I just heard, okay, so I just heard recommended, and I'm seeing like Liz Cheney, and so I'm thinking that maybe the January 6th commission that will be one of their suggestions, is like these people shouldn't be able to serve, that kind of thing. Now, whether they are actually ejected, but I just heard 2023. So I'm wondering if, because of the makeup of the House and Senate, that they are like put out or let go or something, because I'm sorry, doing this on the spot. I'm like trying to piece together what it feels like is that, and this is just how I'm putting it together right now, but it seems like the January 6th commission is going to make the recommendation these people should not be serving because they tried to overthrow the government. They should be in the government they tried to overthrow. And then because of the fact that the Democrats kind of stay in charge and they gain seats, that in 2023, they're actually tossed out. Or they could be indicted or something like that, and they're tossed out. So something happens in 2023 about this. And something happens with the January 6th commission about this. Okay, so that's the wide view. If I'm interpreting and I'm being more risky about saying what happens, that's what I think may happen. Okay. You got to take chances when you do a reading sometimes. You only get so much information. Okay, how did Donald take the news of Ivana's death? Did it break through his quintessential narcissism and affect him at all? I feel like he was as sad as he can get, which is about someone else, which is he doesn't feel things like you and I do. He just doesn't. He doesn't have because when I'm feeling him get the news, it feels like, oh, that's too bad, but it's not like he's just not capable of like depth of emotion of any kind. He's just kind of, and I also feel like right away he's thinking, how can I use this? What can I get out of this? That isn't it just gross? I mean, but that is what I feel. I feel like it's kind of like, oh, that's too bad. then it's like, how can I milk this for something for me? And again, it's just kind of like you just have to think of it as that some people just they don't have that gene, whatever that is, the empathetic gene or the caring about other people gene. He doesn't have that. For whatever reason, maybe he was not born with it. Maybe it was drilled out of him being raised by another sociopath. Maybe that's what it is. But he does not have that capability of being able to care and be unselfish. He's always in selfish mode, always. And so anything that happens is like, how is this affecting me? What can I get out of this? How does this serve me? It's the way he's wired. And he's, unlike Liz Cheney said, he's a 76-year-old man. He's not going to change now, right? He's just going to be the way he is. So that's it. Sadly. Oh, that's all, folks. Wow. Thanks, guys, for showing up. And I'm going to do my name checking. And we're starting our medium class on Tuesday. So if you want to join us, please do. I'll put the link down below. And yeah, that's great. Yeah, we have space in our medium class. I think the master class is full. And but we do have room in our medium class. So I hope to see you guys there. I'll put the link down below in the description when I'm done here. And I will say goodnight to everybody. Thank you for anyone who donated. I'm sure I might just pass it along to Planned Parenthood because I feel like they need the money right now. But maybe we'll look for some other kind of like organization that's doing more like underground stuff or something else that is doing this work. Thank you, Adam, for your help. Thank you, anyone else that was a greeter or monitor. Thank you so much. Okay, so Rebecca Davis, Lenote Sparkles, thank you. Teresa K. Tech, Adam, thanks again. Patricia Franzino, Sparky, Lisa Yeager, Mims, Dan Artist Painter, thank you, everybody. Connie B, Deanne B, Mimi Rose, Alice L, Heather, Tony Stokes, D Rose, Aspie Third Eye, thank you. Thanks, Connie B. Thanks, Mims. Starlight Glazer, thank you. Lisa Foster, thank you. Betty Harper. Oh, and if you want to join the club too, yeah, we're doing mini readings on Monday, and we're doing our book club next Wednesday, and then more mini readings. So if you guys want to be part of that, please do. Teresa K. Tack, Jackie Gannon, Debbie K, Martine Marzulli, Craig Dixon, Tony Stokes, Valerie Woodford, Bar P, Sandman, Cleescape, thank you so much. Cindy Fern, Teresa Kate, Tack, I keep saying your name, sorry, I keep repeating it. Alice L, Adrian Santen, Liz L, Shy Violet, thanks so much. Everybody, Delilah Gillis, Jamie, what was that? Jamie Johnson, Lise Foster, Trish 6704. Oh my gosh, thank you. Muriel Miller Young, thank you. Betsy Hamilton, Lisa, Deanne B, D Rose, thank you. Sue F, thank you. Rebecca Davis, thank you. IRB, Marie Henson, NH Mountain Dancer. These names. I did that. Okay, Joe Schmo, Aspie Third Eye, Heather, Sue Ellen Hunter, thanks so much. Sam Parody, Cindy Fern, Marie Henson. I think I keep saying names over and over again. Lisa, Mitchell Waldrop. Thank you. Jamie Johnson, Seascape, Diana Martin, Jess R, Delilah Gillis, Heather, whoops, Sweetie Darling Lulu, Abigail, Karen Conroy. Thanks so much, everybody. Oh, and I'll have a new video up tomorrow night. I did an interview with a angel communicator. Her name is Kate Raymond, and I had the craziest orb action in our house the night after the night I talked to her. So it's very interesting. But yeah, that'll be up tomorrow night. So Craig Dixon, Marie Henson, Joe Schmo. I keep saying the same names over and over again. Melissa Thompson, Delilah Gillis, Betsy Hamilton. Thanks, Dan, artist painter. Thank you guys. Karen W. Cat's Cauldron. Jose B. Mimi Rose. Betsy Hamilton. Kathleen O'Malley. Thank you. Pamela Kasanovich. Annie C. Patricia Franzino. Chili Dog. Debbie K. Melissa Thompson, DMB, Karen Conroy, Jay Haynes, Cindy Fern, Annie C. Betty Harper, Pluto Pixie, Teresa K. Tack, Samilia Bankole, A. Parks, 2535 Apple. Thank you. Mary Kioff, Delilah Gillis, Sue F. Marie Olga. You just sit here all night just reading names. Melissa Thompson, Nancy Tomchek, Marjorie Harris. Thank you so much. Ellen G. Kathy W. Susan Bain. Patricia Franzina, I already said that one. Tiny Dancer. Jack. Thanks so much. Chat Wadsworth, thank you. Barb Moody. Let's see. Okay, I already said those. I had those. Maybe I hit almost everybody. Timothy Carl, thank you. I'm waiting for your channel to start, Timothy. Jeannie Cutliff. Michael Anderson, thank you. All right. Oh, David Curley. Ina C. Neptune's Other Daughter. Rice Experiment. Samelia Banks. Lisa. Adrian Santon. Happy Girl. Thank you, guys. Denise Carringer. Thank you. Heather. Oh, gosh. Elizabeth Farrinone, thank you so much. Starfish HHI, hello and thank you. Gloria Burgeon. This is why I do this at the end, because this would take a really long time at the beginning. And I know it annoys people when I do it at the beginning. So Ina C, Katie Z, Starfish HHI. Okay. Did I miss anybody? Kevin's Loving Vibrations. Hello, Kevin. Thank you. Lisa, Annie, C7. Thanks so much. Winged Victory. Thank you. Okay. Sue F, thank you so much. I didn't see that. Roxanne, thank you so much for coming out. Mother of Three, gotcha. Follow your heart. Thank you so much. Ian McGrath, Carol S, Wiki, Riding Moon, Kimmy G, la 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 la. Cheryl Hole, Michelle My Bell, hello T Barb, hi. Lynn LeGlaire, thanks so much. Debbie, Freebird Spirit. I'll see you on Tuesday if I get my lesson finished. I don't know if I will. We shall see. It's almost done. Pamela Kosnovich, Betty Harper, Carrie V, Jill Clark, the theatrical wig. Oh, I love that. It's hilarious. Susan Bame, Julie A, Chris Wickens, Chris Martin. A Lady, Katie Z, Juju B, Hazel Love, Spirit Rock, Adrian Santon. Okay. Oh, we have one spot left in the masterclass. Okay. If you're interested in the masterclass, that's you probably would have taken some of our other classes, and you can do the masterclass. That's for people who want to read professionally. So that's what the masterclass is. So that is there. Oh, John of New, thanks for coming out. He has a great channel. It's called John of New. So thank you, John. Celia Lelengy, Genealogy Junkie, Carol S, Noel Douglas, Kelton Crown, hello. Oh, thank you, Connie B. Yeah, Cassie's channel is really cool. If you like movies, if you're a movie buff and you belong to other movie channels, you can check it out. Good night. Thank you. I know, Linda. Thank you. Stephanie Staley, Karen W, Geraldine Wilson, Alice L. Hello. You're in the club. We'll see you on Monday. Patricia Franzino, Kat M, Jamie Johnson, Teresa K. Tack, Carol Bastian. Hi. Thank you. Sage Burner. Okay. UB Jr., Craig Dixon, Sparky. I think I got you guys earlier. All right. Karen W. This is so fun. I love seeing all the familiar names. Celia Lilin G. Lisa Yeager. Christy Kincaid. McSharon. Thank you guys. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. Prince Charming's mom. Sherry Donnelly. Teresa K. Tack. I think I already said your name. Okay. Am I all caught up? Is that possible? Linda Thompson. Betty Harper. Carol Gallagher. Twaina Bernard. Hello. Exilene. Exilene. And Patty Olson. Whoops. McSharon, I did that one. Am I missing anybody else? Kat M. Mary Phillips. Margaret W. Geraldine Wilson. That's my mom's name, Geraldine. Don't see that very often. Taylor B. Hello. Sue F. Stephanie Craig. It's a new one. Joanne McCardle. Susan Garland. Roxanne Clement. Linda Thompson, City Girl Row. Marvita Dragonfly. Delilah Gillis. Chris Wickens. Marvita Dragonfly did that one. Michelle Maybell, oh, thank you for the super sticker. That's very sweet of you. Taylor B, thank you. Steph S, Annie Simone. Local Mail, Trish 6704. Tennis and Tarot. Nice. Is that a channel? Steph S. Some if it is, we need all the readers we can get. We really, really do. Okay. I think I got everybody. Roxanne Clement. Thank you. Marvita Dragonfly, I got that. Norma Bryan, L. Martha Aparicio. Virgo Insin. Okay. Taylor B. Local Mole. Rose Flower. I'll be the last one here, I think. So, all right. Taylor B. Exilene. I think I'm down to the bottom. Anybody else wants to pop on? Okay. Well, you guys, I will see you. I will see you next time in 2 weeks. And I will see you in our class. If you're starting our class Tuesday, like I said, I'll put the information down below and you can link that. We have one spot in our masterclass if you want to do that. That's like mentoring and teaching you how to do this for, if you want to do it. If you want to do it as a read for a living or read for a, more professionally. That's what it's for. All right, Mimi Rose. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Keep talking to each other if you want to. I'm going to take off. All right. Bye, Melissa Thompson. Bye, everybody. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Okay.